Welcome to Amplify Love Podcast. My name is Natalia Love Angelou. I empower women to own their superpowers and transform their mindsets so they can experience more confidence, clarity, and live their dream life. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Amplify Love with Natalia Love Angelou. Today's episode, we're going to talk about the fall equinox. Here, we just celebrated the fall equinox, and this is a time of transformation and introspection, where we can see the beautiful, vibrant colors of autumn paint the world around us, and we're reminded of the beauty of change. It is so wonderful to celebrate the fall equinox, a sacred time of year when we're guided to turn inwards, awaiting the whispers of our hearts and souls. It's important to pay attention to your internal world because it's your internal world that creates your external world. When you explore the significance of this fall equinox, you will be able to discover beautiful gifts that live within you, and also use this space to release, let go, and make space for change. This time of year is a reminder for us to find balance. It is a time when we can witness Mother Earth's natural rhythms, when she's starting to release these leaves and she starts to be more still. We also have the opportunity to release and still ourselves. Really pay attention. Go within. What kind of energy lives within you? Are you holding on to things that need to be released? Surrender to the cycle of life. Sometimes things change in your life, and it's important to flow with that. When you make space for new growth. Going within, pulling out the weeds, pulling out any inner critics, pulling out any limiting beliefs, any old programs, any bad habits, and rewiring your subconscious mind so you can start seeing the gifts in your life, so you can start embracing an abundance mindset, so you can start carrying energies of gratitude, because when you let go, you make space for new growth, new energy, and embracing the abundance mindset. Sometimes people don't realize what kind of mindset they are carrying, but take a daily check within and see. Does your mind sway to a more negative thought process? Or is it easy for you to sway into a positive thought process? If your mind has a hard time to see the positive and you're always in the scarcity mindset, you'll see that you might hold on to things and you have more pain mentally, physically, or even spiritually. And you may hold on to anger and think you're not enough, and hold on to old stories and old programs as a victim mentality, or inner critic just does not let you embrace your gifts and magic, always have an excuse for everything. Or is your internal world in a much more abundance mindset world where you see the beauty in life, where you see the gifts of the universe, where you know that you can connect to this pure, potent magic of the universe, where you can see the gifts in your own life, where you can fill your heart with love and you celebrate your wins and you fill your life with gratitude. Because as we witness the seasons of this time of year, it's also important to see what direction are you flowing in. Go within your internal system so you can navigate your journey with much more passion, with much more clarity. Going within is something that will help you during this time of year, so you could tend to the garden of your soul. I love that. Tending to the garden of my soul. So I love to dive deep within. I love to journal, as you know. I love to meditate, and I take time to see What mindset am I carrying right now? Am I 90% abundance mindset and 10% scarcity mindset? Or am I 90% scarcity and 10% abundance? Do a daily check-in. Ask your higher self, where in my life do I need to make changes? What do I need to honor in this time for this season of transition? What do I need to listen to? What do I need to make space for? Remember to practice self-care and compassion. Nurture your body, mind, and soul, allowing yourself the space you need to heal, rest, and rejuvenate. Find comfort in the gentle embrace of self-acceptance and self-love. I always have to make sure I do daily check-ins to see, okay, I need to pause, I need to reevaluate, I need to take time to shed things that no longer serve me. I need to take time to heal. I need to release. I need to plant seeds so I can have a beautiful garden for springtime. So here are some ideas to celebrate and honor the fall equinox. We'll try making a gratitude altar. You don't have to buy anything. You could just go outside for a walk. You could collect some beautiful leaves, some colors from this time of year. Put some acorns or apples or sticks and flowers. And as you add each element, express your gratitude for the gifts life has given you. When you create a gratitude altar, it assists you during this time of year to bring appreciation and gratitude into your life. Celebrating the beautiful abundance of summer and giving thanks to your blessings is so important. Remember that an attitude of gratitude can take you so far on this journey. Fill up your heart with gratitude. Fill up your mind with loving thoughts. Fill up your house with the colors of autumn and celebrate autumn this way. When I go for my daily walks, I always have something to give back to Mother Earth. This is my way of doing a walk-in altar, a walk-in gratitude. I may have flowers. Yesterday I had bird seeds and I gave it to the birds. Some days I have granola bars and apples and peaches. Some days I have tobacco. Some days I have flowers and cedar. Sometimes dates and nuts. But every day I make sure I give something back to Mother Earth. It's a prayer, a blessing, calling in the nature spirits, calling in the energies around me, giving thanks to my ancestors and spirit guides and helpers. But I walk as a gratitude altar. Everything about me is that. I don't just wear my crystals once a month. I adorn my body with beautiful crystals. I walk as a beautiful decorative goddess. Because if you look at ancient times, goddesses were always decorated in gold and jewels and gems and beautiful loving flowers and roses and essential oils. So you can adorn your temple, your sacred physical temple. You can adorn your mental world with positive affirmations and giving gratitude and thanks for your life. You can adorn your spiritual world with putting a physical altar in your home as well. In my goddess circles, I say the altar is the heartbeat of the circle. And I always have a candle and some goddess statues and some oracle cards and the elements, some water, some tobacco, my hawk feather that represents the air element. You can have incense. I have my Florida water, and I'm not attached to anything. I change the altar depending on how I flow. It's important to practice non-attachment and listen to your intuition and see what speaks to you. So this Friday, I'm having a goddess circle, and we're going to do a fun activity. It's a letting go ceremony. And I want to share with you here, because those that are not local, you can do this as well. So here's a little secret, because you're listening to my podcast, you get to have some inner secrets. So you can practice this at home. get some tissue paper. You could get it at the dollar store or you could find it online, and cut it into a little 5x5 square, and then write down things that you wish to release. And then after that, you crumple that piece of tissue, and then you open it up and you roll it like a nice beautiful roll, and you put it standing up on a nice hard piece of paper. I use like the cardstock, and then you light the tip of the tissue paper with a match, and as you see the match coming down onto the beautiful roll, what ends up happening is that will fly up, and it just flies up. And when you see it, the tissue just go up into the air, you will see yourself letting go of those words, letting go of those things that no longer serve you. And then after you do the letting go one, get another piece of paper and write down all those seeds that you want to manifest. For this time of year, it's the time where you have stillness, but it's also nice to plant the seeds that you want to have grown for the next season. Not winter, but springtime, I should say. And write down all the wishes and dreams that you have in the piece of paper. And then you do the same thing and you light it up. And then you watch those things and go up into the air as you send your wishes to the universe. So that's a beautiful ceremony that you can do in the comfort of your home. Actually, one of my sisters that come to my goddess circle, she gifted me with this. It's called the Flying Wish Paper. And I just opened it yesterday, and I was on their website yesterday, and I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that. I just like to share things. So if you go onto their websites, Flying Wish Paper, I think it's .com, you can find this package, so you can just buy your own. I usually go to the dollar store and just get tissue paper. It works just fine. But because I was gifted with this, I'm going to use this for my circle this Friday. So that's another activity that you can do during this time of year. Another thing you could do is gather with your loved ones and create your own goddess circle or families. So gather your soul family, your soul tribe, and have a potluck and create nourishing dishes, like pumpkin pie and soups, and savor the season's elements. Squash soup is one of my favorites. I actually like cutting squash and putting cinnamon and agave or maple syrup and put in some water in a dish and put in the squash in it and then baking it in the oven. And then after that, taking it out, and it tastes like a beautiful dessert. If you eat nuts, you can put nuts in it and roast nuts. And there you have a beautiful feast with a squash. Squash is a delicious harvest vegetable that our ancestors used a lot during this time of year. Pumpkins as well. So connecting yourself with your heart and really diving deep and seeing what lives inside you that needs to be replaced, reframed, so you can pay attention to your energy of renewal. When you let go, you make space for more. So yes, it's important to pay attention to your feelings, to your emotions. It's important to see any old things that you want to let go and release. If there's shadows living inside you, old pain and stories that you never healed, use this time of year to start going within and doing some inner child healing. I have the abandoned Natalia that comes up from time to time, and I had to talk to her and I had to let her know, hey, you're safe to be seen right now. You're safe to be celebrated right now. So pay attention. What lives inside you? Remember the significance of going within and having compassion for yourself. Having compassion and forgiveness is so important. As you witness the leaves and embrace the colors of this time of year, witness your beauty as well, and witness yourself as well. Imagine yourself like the tree letting go, and as you let go, you're nurturing your body, mind, and soul. Slowing down is what this season is all about. We have to have seasons. We can't just be going all the time, because then you'll get burnt out. I see a lot of clients, and when they come to me, sometimes their solar plexus is off kilter because they overwork themselves. So their solar plexus is in overdrive, and then they get burnt out. So in my healing, I restore it. I balance it with the Reiki and rise frequencies. My rise is where I call upon the angels and goddesses, and I also do subconscious programming with positive affirmations to assist the person on a healing journey. And every single client is a different journey, because every single one of us is a different. We are all unique expressions of the universe. So it's important to remember that life inside you is worth living, is worth being celebrated. Remember that you are so important, and that you can make space. Make space for your truth to come out fully. Make space for yourself to release any inner critics. Release any old things that no longer serve you. If you have this thought process of the scarcity, like you never have enough and things like that, remember to reframe those limiting beliefs and say things like, I am a magnet to abundance, and I have more than enough. The universe gifts me with beautiful gifts so I can celebrate the abundance in my life. I am a magnet to wealth. I'm a magnet to health. I'm a magnet to healthy relationships. I'm a magnet to love and prosperity. Use this time of year to go within. I also like to journal. I like journaling my feelings, and I like journaling my goals. I like journaling my wins. I have so many journals on the go. I have a journal for my classes. I have a journal for my feelings. I have a journal for my ideas, for my dreams. There's always time for writing. Another practice that you can do is automatically write. So light a candle in your house during this time of year. Sit beside your altar. Maybe have some pumpkin spice tea. Have some beautiful things around you that reminds you of the letting go season. And then write something down, like, what lives inside my subconscious mind that needs to be released right now. And then just start writing. It's called writing down your streams of consciousness, so you get into the heart and not into your ego mind. So do not think, do not analyze, do not judge your writing. Just write what comes to you immediately. What are some things that this season's calling you to shift right now? What are some things that you want to plant into your life? What lives inside your subconscious mind that needs to be rewired or reprogrammed? What fears do you have that you need to shine light into? And when you do this, and when you start writing, you may get impressions and ideas that you forgot about, that were from when you were a child or from other experiences in life. And just flow with it, because that is healing. Automatic writing is such a great tool to go within and to see what lives there. And also, it gives you space to have a process, like a brain dump. It gives you space to go within and say, okay, why am I afraid of this right now? Why do I have this limiting belief right now? And just start writing from that space of, why do I feel I'm not enough? And start writing. What comes to you? What comes to you? It could be like, oh yeah, I remember when I was this age and this happened. Or I remember when my friend ghosted me and then this happened. And guess what? With life, there's always going to be seasons. Seasons of things to celebrate. Seasons of things to mourn. Seasons of things to plant. Seasons of things to pull out, to release, to de-weed. There's always going to be people that come and go in your life. There's going to be people that are there for a lifetime. There's going to be people that come and go, and they're just there for a season. And trust that the universe has your back, and that the universe is taking those people out of your life for a right reason. So I had this happen to me. Yes, me. I also had people come in and out of my life, family members coming in and out of my life, friends coming in and out of my life. And in the beginning, it hurt a lot, but I had to process those feelings. And I am so grateful that those people are out of my life, because I'm a different version than I was then. I'm not the same person I was when they knew me. We are constantly evolving, constantly shifting and upgrading and receiving divine light codes of activations. So I'm so happy that those friends don't have access to who I am today. I have up-leveled tremendously since I got rid of those people in my life who were just taking things, who were just manipulating me, who just wanted. And I didn't see it until they were out of my life. Then I seen it. And even with family members, some family that I haven't spoken to in years and years. And it's okay, because you choose your family. Sometimes you have to experience painful experiences so you can evolve and up level and practice non-attachment as well. Just because you're born into a family doesn't mean those people have to be in your life for the rest of your life. If it's unhealthy, if it's not a good relationship, it's important to pay attention to your heart, because your heart knows the answer. Your heart knows, hey, this is healthy and this isn't healthy. Listen to what lives inside you, because what's living inside you needs space so you can shine fully in that beautiful magic that you truly are, that magnetic being that you truly are. Make space to cultivate your magic. Make space to create things to land in your heart space. During this time of year, it's important to go within, seeing what needs to be released so you can make space for more new things. But make sure you don't rush this process, because a season is more than a day, right? It's a whole season. So you're going to be having ebbs and flows the whole season. So don't just write in your journal once. Don't just go and make an offer to nature once. Don't just do automatic writing once. Don't just once. Do it more than once. In order to have a change, you need to repeat things. Repetition is so important to create a shift in your life, because nothing changes if nothing changes. I always use the example to my clients when they come in for weight, or come in for breaking habits of like smoking. I'm like, you have to read this more than once. You need to practice these affirmations. You need to practice your personal script. You need to listen to this more than once a week. It's like me trying to go to the gym only once and expect to drop 50 pounds. No, I have to continuously work on myself in order to see a shift. So, for example, in this past year of 2023, I have released 50 pounds. And I'm working with a dietitian, and I'm doing things a healthy way this time. Last time, I was so addicted to the cycles of diet culture. I've been dieting since I was 13 years old, and it's so sad to say, but I remember being 13 years old and having Slim Fast in a container. And I remember going to school and having Slim Fast, and my friends were like, what is that? And I was like, and it was like something pink. I was like, oh, it's like my medicine. I need to take this. That's all I said. I remember that. When I was working with a dietitian, and I'm still working with her, she asked me what was the earliest memory, and that came to mind. I totally forgot about it until she asked me, and then my subconscious mind remembered. But my whole teens, my whole 20s, my whole 30s, I was stuck in diet culture of this food is bad, this food is good, keto, paleo, all these different doctor diets, green smoothie diets. And then I developed this disorder of binge eating. I developed body dysmorphia where I was dropping weight so fast, but I didn't see it. I didn't notice it because I didn't go within and work on the internal template of my mind. I had to reprogram my subconscious mind to celebrate my life fully and to let go of the rat race of the diet culture that we are all fed as women in this industry. in this society, I should say, with the industry of beauty, I should say, that's all around us, that we see in all the social media outlets, where you feel like you have to have Botox, or oh no, getting old is not a good thing, or you have to have the next gadget, or you have to do this diet. And I see it all the time. Now that I'm working with my dietitian, I see the old patterns in the society and in some friend circles. That, oh, I'm only allowed to eat this. I'm only allowed to have this. Oh no, this is so bad. I had this pie today. Once I started letting go of guilt and shame and the emotional distress of guilt and shame when I'm eating something, I was dropping weight so much more easier, because I realized that emotionally you hold on to things as well. And when I was doing my inner work, I realized that I hypnotized myself into the big, bold, and beautiful industry, because it's also an industry of that. I was following all the hashtags of big, bold, and beautiful because I didn't like starving myself. So I'm like, hey, big, bold, and beautiful. But I was also feeding into the non-healthy lifestyle because I was binging. It was either black or white, like extreme diet or extreme non-diet. And now working with a dietitian, I learned to have balance and harmony. And I'm sharing this here with you. I'm being vulnerable and letting you know that me, someone who is a hypnotherapist for the past 20 years, also have to continuously work on rewiring my subconscious mind and realizing that extreme anything is not good. You have to have balance in life. And that's what this season is about. Balance. Take time to pause. Take time to slow down. Take time to go within and see what are the bad habits, or I should say, without labeling things as bad and good, unwanted habits, things that no longer serve you. What are the unwanted things that you want to release at this moment in time? Yeah, of course, there are going to be bad things, like, drinking too much alcohol is not a good thing for your body, right? But having moderation, having balance in your life, letting go of the addiction mentality, letting go of the extreme mentality, and being gentle with yourself, forgiving yourself. I had to do Ho'oponopono with myself. And that's an ancient Hawaiian technique. And it's based on the idea that we are all one. And your pain is my pain. And anyone who comes to me, any client that comes to me and shares with me their pain, that's now mine. I contribute to it in some way. If we're all one, that means it's my story too. So doing Ho'oponopono is repeating these 4 phrases. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. You could Google it and you'll see more information. So I had to do that with my own inner child. I love you, Natalia. I'm so sorry that I abandoned you, that I made you feel that you are not whole just the way you are. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. And thank you so much for being here right now so I can grow and I can shift. And do that with yourself and with everything that shows up. Do Ho'oponopono with yourself. Do Ho'oponopono with your friends, family, your partners, co-workers, whenever you need to. It's a beautiful tool that I use in my healing modalities, and I incorporate it because it's such a wonderful tool to really process emotions fully. So remember, use this time of year right now to explore what lives within you, to release, just like the leaves, releasing things, and to fill your life with gratitude, to celebrate the abundance and wins that you had this summer. I had an abundant full summer. I taught so many classes. I attuned so many people to Reiki and Rise. I can count it like, wow, on my 2 hands, like more than 10 people, more than. Honestly, I was like more like 20 students I've had this summer. So many weddings. And I'm sharing this because I'm celebrating my wins as well. It is healthy to make space to celebrate your magnificence. And remember that you're always going to have opportunities to go within and grow. You're always going to have opportunities to evolve and shine and shed. And right now, as I release all this weight, I'm doing it from a place of love and compassion for myself. It's not an obsession. It's not a tracking every single day. It's not intermittent fasting every single day for 18 hours and 20 hours. Yes, I did that. Back in 2020, I was intermittent fasting for 18 hours a day because this is the healthiest way. But it was feeding my binge eating disorder. And now I realize that working with my dietitian, I'm so much more healthier now. And I eat ice cream. I did. I had some this weekend and it was delicious. And I celebrate it and I love it. And it feels so good not to have any guilt when you're eating. I recommend having a dietitian who's not about the diet culture, who actually is so supportive and can assist you. If you want to know who I'm working with, just send me a DM and I can let you know. And she does do Zoom sessions as well. And Spirit led me to her. And I feel really good about it because I am tracking only what feels right for me. So instead of weighing myself like every single day or once a week like I did back in the past, I'm doing it once a month just so I can see some progress in myself. And when nothing changes, nothing changes. But I know internally things are changing. Internally, my mindset's growing. I'm healthier. I'm vibrant. And if you look at a metaphysical meaning of weight, for example, you can look at it in different books. It was protection. It was. And I went through so much in this past decade that my soul wanted to have insulation. I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening, that's happening, pain, 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 protect, protect, protect. And you will hear all those things. If you keep on listening, I will make sure to give you little stories because I think that you can see yourself in me because we're all one and I am you and you are me. And when we share, you can see that you're not alone, that we all have things that we had to process and we all have things that we need to go through. And I'm working on being more authentic and being more vulnerable because the old me felt like I had to be so strong and not share everything with the world. I'm so strong and I'm a leader and a trailblazer. But I realized, no, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay. I'm a human. I'm a spiritual being in this human body, yes, but I'm still human. And every single person on this world has something that they had to work through at this moment in time. If they didn't have anything to process or grow, they wouldn't be in this physical body. Just let that land for a moment. As I drink some water. Let that land. Every single human being has some challenge in one area of their life. It could be physically, it could be mentally, it could be spiritually, it could be with wealth, it could be with love, it could be with their own inner passions, it could be with mental world, it could be all these different things. There's so many different pillars. And know that. So when you know that, you realize that somebody that you may look at social media and you think that, oh, they have everything all together. You don't know what they're suffering with. You don't know what's their pain. You don't know if it's the mental struggles, the physical struggles, the health struggles, the family struggles, the love life struggles. I meet people who are millionaires and they still have struggles. I meet people who are so poor and they still have struggles. I meet people who are mothers and lawyers and they still have struggles. You don't know what someone is going through. So when you realize that we're all one, and we are here in this human journey, and being a part of this human journey means that there's going to be opportunities for us to learn and grow and process. So we change the word struggle to realize it's a lesson and a blessing. But we do all have something that we're always working with. And when you can know that and you can see that, you'll realize it's okay to share. Dear soul seeker, it's okay to be vulnerable. You're safe to be seen. Allow this time of year for you to work on being vulnerable for yourself. You don't have to share it with the whole world. You don't have to make a post about it. Just be authentic with your inner circle. It could be with your partner, with your family member, or your bestie. But just have one person at least that you could be authentic to. And if it's yourself, I see you, I love you, and I salute you because you are worthy of diving deep and making space for yourself to shine fully. You are a magical being. Do not judge yourself. Give yourself space to grow. Give yourself space to shift, to reprogram, to rewire. You are a magnetic being. You are the universe embodied. You are stardust embodied. You are worthy of greatness. You are worthy of pausing and saying no and doing nothing. You are worthy of it all. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here today. I see you, I love you, and we are here for a reason. And make sure you live authentically you, because there's only one you out there. There's only one you. So do that thing that you want to do. Don't look for permission on the outside. The permission you're seeking lives within you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Sending you so much love. And please feel free to share this. Share this on social media. Rate me. Give me your 5 stars. And I am so glad that I'm showing up for you guys. And I love the messages I'm receiving. I had a sister write me just 2 days ago saying that she found me on my podcast, and she's a local sister. So someone shared it. So thank you for sharing. And now she's going to be booking a session. So I love being able to serve. And I do Zoom sessions as well. So if you're not in Niagara region, don't worry. I can still do Zoom sessions. I have done past life regression on Zoom. I have taught Reiki level 1, 2, 3 on Zoom. I've done Reiki and Rise on Zoom. I've done life coaching on Zoom. I have clients in India. I have clients in the UK. I have clients in Australia. I have lots in America. I have a few in South America. So yes, I can be here to serve you no matter where you are. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.